I am glad that I don't have any children of my own. The whole idea of watching my child go through all the same bullshit that I went through, that we all go through, it's just, I couldn't bear to live with it. Watching my child being turned into a slave of the state. Anybody noticed how much our public schools are looking more and more like prisons? At least minimal security prisons. You know, I am not without my child rearing experiences. I've had a handful of sisters who I've helped take care of, their kids, babysat, changed the diapers, warmed up the bottles and all that stuff, and it's just like a surrogate father kind of thing. Plus, I've known a number of women that, single parent women, where I've, kind of like helped them out a little bit with their kids, watching out for them. But, I think, I've had a number of people tell me, hey man, you ought to consider yourself fortunate for not having any kids. I wish I'd never had kids. I wish I never started my family. I've gotten that from a lot of guys, throughout my life. Guys that I've known who basically jumped on the family wagon thing and came to basically regret it, and today's children have it a lot worse than I had it when I was a kid. Like I said, before, schools are more and more like prisons now, just keeping your children locked up, shielded from the outside world, and just a slow indoctrination into a life of bondage and slavery, in a world of shit. And then if they happen to participate in any church or other religious or spirituality things, that's just more, more mind infiltration, I guess. And kids don't need to go to school. Kids should be with their parents, unless their parents are just so out of it, or so incompetent that they just can't handle it. And so, when the child comes of age, say 4 or 5 years old, they just slough them off to school. Let the state, let the government take care of them. Let the government provide their education. Well, let the state provide their education. And it's just, they just become properties of the state. And when they go through school, they graduate high school, and they basically they start working, and they fit in with their the basic the money slave routine, and then the consumerism that follows, and all the little activities and club associations and whatever, just to fill all those empty voids in their lives. And it just basically, it's been an ongoing process for a very long time, hundreds, if not thousands of years. What we're basically doing is telling our children, hey, here's modern civilization. It's all fucked up, and now it's your turn to go out there and deal with it after you graduate high school, and then if you go on to college, it just gives you more indoctrination, more mind infiltration, more separation of your mind and body to the state, to the government, and those who don't go along with the established protocols and rules and norms and whatnot, well, they just get sloughed off to prisons or jail, or to the insane asylum, because they lose it, and there's another effect to all this compulsory education and imprisonment that we pile upon our kids. It's just making them more volatile, more susceptible to violence. It's just bottled up inside of them, and it's just like an erupting volcano. Once it blows, you can't really stop it. Just gotta wait it out, and then we make more laws, and we make more confining environments to keep them more under control. So it's like, that's just indicative of all the constant barrage of media and music and consumerism and money and religion. It just gets inside of our head and just turns us into zombies. And sometimes the shit's gotta blow, and then next thing you know, we've got all this crime, we've got all this violence, that's pretty much structured to serve the establishment and the powers that be, and it's just been an ongoing process for thousands of years. And the only real difference now is that the technology is so invasive and just very insidious. So that's why I'm glad that I don't have any children. I wouldn't want any children of my own in this world of shit that we are continually passing on you know, the cancer to the next generation. And you know what I mean? It's turning this whole planet into a garbage dump. So for all those younger people that might be watching this, you know, I hope you ain't taking this the wrong way, but, you know, I feel for you, because you've got it a lot worse. Things are not better. Things are continually getting worse. The only problem is that you've been shielded from it, shielded from the outside world for so long, and there's a lot of fucking scary bullshit going on out there that you're gonna have to deal with. And what can I say? I'm sorry. You know, but you know, and that's why I'm doing all these videos. That's why I've been getting on YouTube, just trying to crack through all the bullshit and just, you know, try and stimulate your own natural critical thinking as to what's going on, and just try to break the program, trying to break the indoctrination and the blueprint that you're all been subject to, you know. So, all you kids out there, man, I wish you sincerely the best, and yeah, carry on.